Good morning. Happy Friday. Hi there, Aileen here, and I am live from Ireland. I'm actually live from my mom's sitting room, and the internet is working beautifully. Everything's flowing along nicely. I've just dropped my younger one at camp down in Adair, which is very close to us here. So I'm all yours for the next 45 minutes. And I'm just going to pop into the group now and see if I'm live in the group. If you're joining me live here this morning, say good morning. Let me know um, where you are watching from. I'd love to know. So I'm definitely live in the group now. I can just see it here. So that's brilliant. I don't see any eyes yet, so I'm hoping that you will find me really, really soon. Sometimes there's a little bit of a delay when it's streaming into Facebook. So I'm really hoping that people will find me, but I'm definitely in the right group. I can see it. Everything is happening smoothly this morning, which is amazing. So, okay, let me see. I want to talk about 6 new and exciting ways you can use AI in your styling business. Um, and this is really exciting because AI is all around us now. And I've been telling you, you need to jump on the bandwagon. You need to investigate what's out there, and you need to see how you can use it in your business. How can you become more productive? How can you stay more current? How can you be more efficient? How can you give more to your client, more value to your client, while also getting more value for yourself? So I am really watching everything that's going on. I really actually enjoy technology. I'm not always the best at technology, but I enjoy technology. So I have been staying abreast of all of the different things that I'm seeing out there, all of the things that I'm hearing about. And I'm going to share some of that with you this morning. So if you're watching me live, say good morning. Let me know, what AI have you been using in your business? I know a lot of you are aware of Chat GTP, and I always get that Chat GTP wrong, that whole acronym. Um, so let me know if you're using that already in your business. Now, I want to start by talking about that because I think most of you are aware of that and you hopefully have started using that in your business. I have probably been using it for, I don't know, the last 4 or 5 months, for as long as it's been available. So there is the free version, which is Chat GTP 3, and then you have the paid version, which is Chat GTP 4. And apparently, Chat GTP4 is much, much more powerful than Chat GPT. I personally am not, I have not moved over to the paid version yet. I haven't seen a need yet, but I'm definitely contemplating it. But right now, I'm using Chat GTP. Now, I want to talk about that first as one of the new and exciting developments that personal stylists can use, because I'm starting to see stylists using Chat GTP 3 or maybe 4, who can tell the difference, but they're definitely using Chat GTP. And the reason that I know that they're using it is I'm starting to see these really generic posts starting to appear. And honestly, it's really obvious to see that they were generated by a machine. So I want you to kind of warn you against that. While ChatGTP is a tool and it's wonderful and it will help you to craft your social media and your sales pages and all the rest of it, you can't fully rely on it 100%. You do have to personalize it. And one of the ways I will be talking to you about doing that is definitely understanding and knowing your niche really well. Otherwise, you're just putting out the same old content that everybody else is putting out there. So let me give you an example of that so you kind of know what I'm talking about. So one prompt you can put into ChatGTP, for instance, is, can you give me 5 ways that getting your colors done will help me, or something like that? Or can you give me 5 ways that, getting my colors done will change my life. So you will get a return on that prompt, but what you get back is extremely generic. It's like anyone can put in that prompt. You're going to find that information all over the internet, and you're going to get something really, really, really generic. Whereas if you type in a prompt for your ideal client, say for instance, your ideal client is a woman going through divorce who needs to turn up in court, for instance. I like to use that because it's like really specific. You can ask ChatGTP, for instance, can you give me 5 things that a woman going through divorce is struggling with? Then once you get the answers to that, you can go into more depth into each of those points and get more information and drill down and personalize it. But what I'm seeing a lot of personal stylists doing is just being really generic with ChatGTP. And I think it's of limited value if you're using it that way. So the first point I want to get across to you this morning, if you're using ChatGTP, is to make sure that you are using it for your niche, specifically for your niche, and it's going to be far more powerful, far more useful, and you're going to be far more likely to grab the interest of your ideal client. So I think you cannot avoid knowing your niche. What specifically is your niche? And don't please tell me that your niche is a businesswoman or a business professional. You need to go deeper than that. You need to be more specific. What type of businesswoman? I'm a businesswoman. My sister-in-law is a businesswoman. She's a doctor. My other sister-in-law is a businesswoman and she works in admin. So I think we need to be really, really specific in our niches. And I'll talk to you a little bit more about that later. But I think you're going to get a lot more out of GTP if you are niche specific and you're really specific and you understand what your ideal clients' problems are. Now, if you want to learn more about niching, I do have a workshop coming up in August. It's the 22nd to the 25th of August. I'm actually going to copy that URL and put it in here. I know several of you have gone through this workshop already, and it's pretty amazing. It's 4 days working with me on your niching down and understanding who your ideal client is, because basically there is an ocean of personal stylists out there now putting all this content out there, lots and lots of content out there. And the question is, are you getting clients from that, or is it just more content going out into the ethernet, and you're not getting the kind of response that you want? So I think as more and more and more people get online, as more stylists get online, as more and more stylists start using ChatGTP, how are you going to differentiate yourself? So it's not just about putting the same old generic content as everyone else out there. Everybody knows at this point that they can get their colors done. Everybody knows that they can get their style done. The question is, how are you going to speak about it differently? How are you going to grab the attention of your ideal client? How are you going to convince her that you are the one to help her to reach her goals and solve her problems? So I think realistically, if you want a steady flow of clients, you really need to understand who your niche is and start speaking very specifically to this person so that you can get them on board. So I put that link in there if you're interested in going deeper on your niche. You can also do that workshop one-on-one with me, but it's going to be far more expensive. So if you feel like, you want to work with me one-on-one, you can just drop me a message and I can talk to you about how to do that. But if you want to do it in a group and you still get a lot of attention from me and a lot of direction, then you can do it from the workshop that I'm doing in August. So ChatGTP is number 1. The second piece of software that I want to talk about, I put out a post about it yesterday, and it's Zyler.com. Zyler. And this is a virtual clothing try-on. And I think you're going to see a lot more of this in the future. The post I put out yesterday on social media talks about John Lewis Rentals using it. But soon I reckon this is going to be rolled out to a lot of other brands, because it is amazing technology and it's the best that I've seen so far in terms of try on AI. You can upload, you can go in there and try it on John Lewis Rentals. Just type in John Lewis Rentals and you will see up in the corner of any of the clothes that you select, there's the option to try on. And what you can do is you can upload your profile picture, you can input your height, your dress size and your bra size, and from there you can try on the clothes, and it is pretty good. Several people in the group have been trying it and using it, and it's all positive. The feedback is really, really positive. And I've been talking about my clients, how they can use this in their business. And it's pretty amazing. You're going to be able to personalize your style guides. You're going to be able to give recommendations. Clients are going to be able to see how they look in different outfits and stuff. So there's so many options for you to use this in your business and to make your business more personalized. And right now it's completely free of charge. So why not get in there and try and use that? So it's Zyler.com, Zyler.com is the name of the technology. Where I've seen it being used really, really effectively so far is John Lewis Rentals. And you can just go in there and have a look at that. You can also check out my post yesterday where I have put the link for that. Okay, if you're joining me live here, say good morning. I see Kruti. Who else is here? I do see a few eyes. I am aware that it's quite early for a lot of people. So if you're watching this on replay, it's replay, hashtag replay. And if you have any questions about anything I'm talking about, you can put the questions in the comments. Or if you're thinking of questions as I go along, just pop your questions in the comments. So I've talked about two things so far. I've talked about ChatGPT 3, 4, and I've talked about Zyler.com, which you can investigate. The next app that actually I have been using for quite a while, maybe a couple of years at this point, maybe 3 years even, is called YouCam Makeup. U-Y-O-U, Cam, as in camera, C-A-M, Makeup. And this is an app that I have been using on my phone, but it's just massively improved recently. And it's a fantastic option for improving your selfies and for improving videos that you've created. You know, so if you feel like the lighting was really dark, or your teeth looked very yellow, or maybe, you know, you didn't have time for makeup that day, that is definitely me. I don't wear a huge amount of makeup, but sometimes, you know, we want to look better in our pictures, or we want to, you know, add a little bit more volume to our hair perhaps, or we want to whiten our teeth. That is a fantastic option. And you can use that definitely to improve what you're putting out there on social media. So that's called YouCam, YouCam Makeup. And as I said, that is, the makeup part is definitely free. So for instance, afterwards, if you feel like, you know, I really felt like I could have done with lipstick in that selfie, or I want to change the color of lipstick on that selfie, you can totally go in there and use YouCam Makeup to do that. You can also do it for your clients if you want to show them what they look like in different lipsticks. So for instance, you can try a cool lipstick on them and a warm lipstick on them and show them the difference in terms of, you know, how they look. So there are so many different ways you can use these softwares, but I'm trying to share with you the ones that I use routinely. I definitely use YouCam routinely for any kind of promo videos or anything like that. I think that one is paid, but it's not a huge price by any means. It's like a nominal fee for the whole year or something. But the makeup one for sure is definitely free. Okay, so that's number 3. Number 4. Number 4 is Canva. I'm sure you've all been using Canva. And Canva are rolling out new AI features all the time. I have showcased a few of them in my social media posts, but the one that I most enjoy right now is the Magic Write, which you can use for a document. So that's kind of AI for your documents. So say you're creating a lead magnet, there is an eye specifically. You can create a document in Canva, and you can go to Magic Write is the name of the AI that you can use on Canva, and you can you can get options for titles. You can change the text. You can make it more exciting. There's so many different things that you can do with Magic Write. The other two that I'm really loving on that is the Magic Erase. So say, for instance, you have a picture and there's something in that picture that you really dislike. So for instance, say in this picture that you're seeing of me this morning with the picture in the background, say I wanted to remove that picture, you can remove that picture and you can replace it. There's this magic edit replace that you can use to actually replace it with something else. So this is a really, really interesting technology. So you can do things like you can replace somebody's nail varnish. So I tried it with a few pictures during the week, and it was pretty amazing. I changed Barbie's nail varnish from pink to blue. I took out some earrings that I was wearing that I didn't want in a picture. You can change out the earrings. You can do different things on pictures that are amazing. I mean, they do have the text to image option as well. I haven't found that hugely successful. Honestly, I've tried it a couple of times. I haven't found it hugely successful. But the AI that I would use in there all the time is the Magic Write, and the other one is the Magic Erase and the Magic Edit, editing something out of a picture. So if you haven't tried those features on Canva already, I would highly recommend that you consider them. They're really great. Okay, let's see. What is the next one? The next one I've written down here is, oh, this is a really interesting one. And it's one that I found just recently, but I think it's brilliant. I think it's brilliant for ideas. It's like, it's a marriage between ChatGTP and a fashion stylist. So it's called chatgtp.fashion.demo. It's yes, please, AI chat. Let me just see, can I pull it up here? And from there, I can just put a link in here because there's quite a long link on it. So I just want to put the link in here for you. But it's a really, really, really interesting piece of software. I'll put some of the other ones. It's called, one second, it's called ChatGTP Fashion Stylist. And I'm just going to put the link in here for you now. And this is an amazing piece of technology. It took me only a few minutes to like figure out how it works. And it's really pretty amazing. So what it does is it's kind of like a quiz software. And basically, it asks you a few questions about your style, personality, and from there, then it generate. You can ask it a question. So then you input a question. You can say something like, "This is my style, personality." So maybe you're natural, or minimal, or something else. So you answer the questions. There's only about 4 questions in the quiz. And then from there, you can put in a direct prompt, like a GTP prompt, like, can you create a capsule wardrobe for someone with this style personality who needs to attend a court appearance, for instance? And it will actually generate suggestions for you below and show you images of, like, say, a capsule wardrobe that will work for that person. So obviously it's marrying, it's more specific GTP, but I really love it. I think it's amazing, and it'll be great for you to help you to generate ideas. Again, I think if you don't know what your niche is, it's going to be really, really generic. But if you do know what your niche is, I think it's going to be really, really, really helpful for you. Okay, so that is Yes Please, a marriage of ChatGTP and a fashion stylist. So very, very, very cool. Okay, so how many are we up to now? I think we've 4 at this point. So we talked about ChatGTP. We chatted about Xyler. We chatted about Canva and the whole suite of products that they have. We chatted about Yes Please, the marriage between GTP um, and fashion stylist. The next one I want to talk about is actually colorwise.me. And again, this is a piece of technology that is around a long time, but it's still the best that I have seen for color. Now, it's not 100% accurate in analyzing the color, but I think it's a great tool that you can use. Number one, to illustrate that AI doesn't really work for a color analysis. So that's one way you can use it. But also, I think if you already know your own colors or somebody else's colors, you can use some of the tools in there for your social media posts. So an example of how I would use that is, they have a skin analyzer, they have an eye color analyzer and a hair color analyzer. And I would, snip the image of me showing those 3 colors. And it's a very effective way to use it on social media to grab attention, and to talk about how you do a color analysis and how you analyze people. There's also some pretty cool apps on the phone. I don't have my phone here with me now, but they have 12 color palettes in there with 53 colors. I think that one is called Personal Colors or something like that. But once you go on to Colorwise Me, that's COLOR.me, you'll see that there are lots of different ways that you can use this, to talk about color analysis, to give your clients more information. They do provide 12 digital palettes in there with 53 colors in each of them. So if you're just starting out, and you want digital palettes, it's a fantastic place to start. There are so many options when you open to your mind to how could I use this in my business? How could I augment the reports I already have for my clients? How can I make them better? How can I make them bigger? How can I add more value to my client? So I've given you at least 6 ideas there. I'm going to count them: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I've given you 6, I believe. I think I've given you at least 6 pieces of AI that is going to keep you in content for a very, very long time, if you use them. I think, the risk with using ChatGTP, if you're generic, is that you're going to be able to create loads of content, but it's not going to be terribly effective. So once again, I urge you to really consider, do you know your niche? Now, the truth is, most personal stylists I work with do not know their niche. They have not gone deep enough. They have picked a niche that they think is lucrative, but they really, really, really don't. They're just too generic. Most personal stylists are too generic, and that is not going to work in the economy that we're in the moment. It's not going to work with the amount of personal stylists that are out there flogging color and style consults for pittance. You need to start talking about your services differently. And that's why I think knowing your niche and the problem you're solving and speaking about the services you provide in a different way is the way forward. Can you please write down the one after Xyler? Oh, I think that was the YouCam makeup, Sonia. I'm just going to reply in the comments and write it down for you. Sorry, 1 minute. I'm just going to put it in the comments now for you, Sonia. It's called YouCam makeup. So this is the one where, you know, you can improve your selfies. I presume that is the one that you're talking about. So I'll just tag you, Sonia, on that one so you know what I'm talking about. So that is that the one you were looking for, Sonia? It's called YouCam Makeup. It is an app. You can either, whether you have iPhone or Android, you can download it on your phone. And that's a fantastic one to improve the quality of your selfies. And also, you can try different hairstyles, different lipsticks, all the things. And the other thing you can do, which I think is a paid feature, I'm almost sure it's a paid feature, is also to improve the quality of your video. So as I said, if your teeth look a bit yellow in a video because of the lighting or whatever, you can, you know, improve the whiteness of them. You can change the lighting on the video. You can add different things to the video. So it's very well worth playing with. Okay, so they are the 6 items that I wanted to talk to you about this morning. It's short, it's sharp, and I just wanted to share those with you because I think it's really, really important to start looking at ways that you can use this new technology in your business to make you more productive. Now, in my Niche and Prosper workshop, this is my VIP intensive that I'm running on the 22nd to the 25th of August. I am going to be using AI technology. So I'm going to be showing you every step of the way each day how you can use AI effectively to create unique content and to look at your marketing in a different way so that people start engaging with you. And you're not just going to be talking about color. You're not just going to be talking about style. You're going to be talking about your services in a whole new way so that you become a master in your area. And it's a new way of competing in the marketplace. It's probably different to how you've been trained, to be honest. It's definitely different to how I have been trained, which is, you know, to just talk about color, to just talk about style, to talk about wardrobe and all the rest of it. You're going to be learning how to speak to your client in a very different way. And that's what I'm going to be doing in my Niche and Prosper VIP intensive. I have put the link in there already. I will put it also around this video somewhere. So you can go in there and have a look at that. If you have any questions about what I talked about this morning, pop me a comment underneath this video, and I'm very, very happy to answer your question. So there haven't been a lot of people live this morning, and I suspect it's to do with the fact that so many moms are out there taking care of their kids over the holidays. And it is definitely a challenge to get it all in, to take care of the kids, to make sure that you're, you know, keeping your business going over the summer months. I'm here in Ireland at the moment with my parents, so I'm helping them also. And, you know, it's a challenge. It's a challenge to do all the things over the summer. But I do encourage you to try and, you know, not completely disappear for all of the months of the summer, because, you know, it's very hard to gain traction again. And it's the people who are constantly visible, who are constantly showing up, who are constantly helping their ideal client that are getting the clients and speaking to their clients' problems where they are now. And, you know, when people are really busy, they're not kind of looking out there and thinking, that's exactly what I need. I need a color analysis. They're thinking, you know, how can I be more organized? How can I have a better quality of life? And you have to speak to those things that they really, really want. And everybody's ideal client is different. Everybody's needs are different. What people want is different. So I think it's really, really important to start understanding who your ideal client is, what's really important to her, and start speaking to her about that. Because the minute that you start speaking to your client about what she truly wants, she is going to engage. And if you can provide her what she wants, she is going to buy. We all do. We buy the things that we think are going to get us our goals. And as I said, I know this is not popular, but just talking nonstop about a color analysis is not necessarily the way to get clients. They do not see this as the answer to their problems, and you need to start speaking differently. So that's all I'm going to share with you today. I am on my mummy duty, so I have a few things to do before I go back and collect my son, but I might have to collect him early actually because it is pouring down here in Ireland. So I am going to head off, and any questions, pop them underneath this video. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend ahead, and I will catch you up next week when I will be back in France, hopefully. So take care, everyone. And let me know, actually, before I go, let me know which one is your favorite new discovery out of what I shared with you this morning. I know everyone loved the Xyler.com that I shared yesterday on John Lewis Rentals. So let me know in the comments which is your favorite AI. Which one are you actually going to try and use? Just pick one of them and give it a go, and see, is this something I can use in my business? So that's all from me today. Take care, everyone.